Good day, everyone. My name is Michelle D. Clark, and I'm your favorite small town girl with big time dreams who God has definitely shown His grace and His mercy, and He has definitely saved me from some life threatening things. I'm super excited that He did because I'm able to be here with you all this evening, Monday evening, for our fast break at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have each and every Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. our fast break at 8, where we help you all with life. I want to call it life saving strategies that we normally do in 2 minutes or less. We do some announcements afterwards. Maybe take us to 5 minutes, but quick and easy in and out strategies. Tonight, we're going to do something a little different. I'm sure you've seen my post today where, as of yesterday, we were 30 days out from when I had some news, right? I was supposed to, let's say this, it was scheduled for me to have a surgery about 30 days ago, as of yesterday. And the rug was pulled out from under me. So I appreciate each and every one of you all again for your thoughts, your prayers, your support, and following me and following my story of what I guess my story all the way up to the operating room and then the plug being pulled out, right? The plug being pulled out and them canceling the surgery. When that happened, you all, I shared on one of the fast break at 8. We took a little bit more time, and I share with you all some of the things that I was going through as far as some of my emotional thoughts, some of my mental thoughts, some of my process and progress, and things of that nature, and where my mindset was at. Being a mindset management coach is so important for us to dissect and really get at the crux of what how our thoughts are impacting our feelings and then thus our behaviors. And so I took a hiatus, y'all. I know y'all remember that. I took a hiatus, took about a week off, and I did me. I took some time for myself. We are now 30 days past what I like to call 30 days past disaster. And so, with that, you all, I want to take the opportunity to let you know that when things come our way, when things come our way, and a lot of times these things are things that we can't account for. I'm sure we've all heard the saying that, life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% of how we respond. I see some eyes coming on. Welcome to the show, you all. And of course, if you'd like to have a proper shout out, then make sure to put your name and where you're watching from over in the chat here or chat here, depending on what platform you're watching on. When things come our way, we have to have a fortitude, if you will. And as a matter of fact, there's a framework, you all, that I did. There's a framework that I did in order to get back on the horse, if you will. Now, some people might say, well, Michelle, you never really left. I get that, right? So there's when you are in a certain position or status or statement, I like to say, in your life, there's certain things that you are going to, you hold yourself up to a certain standard. So no, what looks like a slowdown or may look like an off ramp for one person still looks like somebody speeding full speed ahead to someone else. So I get that. So I have people, I have a community, I have goals and things like that that I'm not going to allow anything to jeopardize. At the same time, there's certain things that we have to do in order to keep ourselves in order. Yes, absolutely. Certain things we have to do to keep ourselves in a state of congruency, meaning what's happening on the outside and on the inside have to connect. In order to do that, we have to put certain things in place. So, what I want to talk to you all about is over the next 5 days, starting with today, I want us to talk about what were those steps that I took. And I'm not just talking about those steps that I took in order to say, oh, look at me, look at Michelle. Look at MicheleDClark, Miss Transform. No. So let's talk about a topic for today, you all. Topic for today and for the rest of this week, you all. Here is our topic. Ta-da! Right? Fast break at 8 is for us today, for us to talk about from devastation to transformation. Because keeping it real with you all, 100%, that's all I do. It was devastating to me to have that surgery canceled. It was devastating to me to have it canceled because it wasn't just that day. Some people might say, well, yes, we know you had it scheduled since October, November, and it was scheduled for March, almost 4 or 5 months away. And then you got to that day. There are certain things that I put into place in order to make sure that things, were prioritized, put in the proper place for, my family, in the proper place for my business, in the proper place for the community that I serve, both in mental wellness and mental health, and also in the mindset management space, right? Putting all those things together. And also putting my personal life together, right? Putting all those things in place. My kids, care for my son, care for my daughter, da 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 da, all those things, right? Care for me, putting those things in place, only to have it crumble because of some test results that turned out to be false. What are you going to do? So what are you going to do? What are you going to do when life comes for you? So devastation can look different for anybody, and it looks different for everybody. So devastation can be big, tall, small, or all. But the bottom line is, from devastation to transformation. Transform, right? So these are some steps that I put into place for myself. And I'm telling you these steps because I want you to be able to translate them into your life, either on a big scale, small scale, or whichever way that would best suit you for whatever the devastation, big, tall, small, or all. So we're going to go through these steps. So there were 6 steps altogether. So now you may say, so, okay, Michelle, you usually go Monday through Friday. So how is that? So the 5th and 6th step we're going to talk about on Friday. We're going to sum it all up on Friday. So each and every day, stick with me, hang with me. We're going to go through each of these steps. So the first step, you all, that I took to move from devastation to transformation is perspective. So there's 6 P's, y'all. The first P is perspective. I think I want to put that in the chat. So let me go over here to comments here. Let's put down perspective, right? So perspective. Let's get that on there. Here we go. All right. Perspective. So the first P was perspective, y'all. That was the first thing that I did in order to move from devastation of getting the news, having the surgery canceled that I've been waiting for, not for 4 or 5 months, y'all, but for 7 years. This was the surgery. I've gone through other surgeries. This was the surgery that I was waiting for 7 years, since 2015, when I got the news of cancer, but 2016 when I had the mastectomy. So this was the surgery I was waiting for. So the first thing I did was perspective. I had to take a look at my life. Take a look at all of the things leading up to that point. I was left wondering why. Why was the surgery canceled? What was going on? I can speculate. I can think about, well, maybe, maybe something was going to happen, and I was kept from that, right? Maybe it was the mercy of God keeping me from the unforeseen. Maybe somebody else needed the OR. Maybe this, maybe that, maybe. Maybe my body wasn't ready to go undergo that, even though I thought mentally I was ready to go undergo that. Who knows? But I had to take perspective of not just that event, but it caused me to stop and think about my life, to think about who I was, whose I was, all of the things that I care for, and the people who care for me, the people who I care for, the things that I do, the things that I don't do. All of these things, you all, when I took that week off, it gave me the opportunity to really sit back and say, and get proper perspective on my life. What am I doing, the things that I'm doing? What am I doing it for? Who am I doing it for? Why am I doing it? If you've been to any of my trainings, if you've been to any of my mastermind trainings, if you've been to any of my Freedom at One, if you've been to any of my trainings, then you know why is the acronym. Somebody might want to get out pen and paper if you haven't already. Why? WHY, what's hurting you? But it's also what's helping you. Those 2 things. What's hurting you, running away from pain. What's helping you, running towards pleasure. I got a chance to really sit back and get a perspective of all the things that I've done up to that point. And why did I find that one disappointment, if you will? Why did I find that so pivotal? Why was it that one thing? I've had other disappointments. Do you think it wasn't disappointing when I got the diagnosis of cancer? Do you think it was stage 2 breast cancer, that I was going to have a mastectomy, that I was going to have to go through radiation therapy, that I was going to have preventive chemotherapy? Do you think it wasn't a disappointment when I had 2 strokes and I wasn't able to talk? Wasn't able to use my whole right side? I talk for a living. Right? That was devastation. That was a disaster. And yet, okay, domestic violence, sexual trauma. I've had complex traumas. Why was it in each one of those? Yes, there was devastation. Yes, there was something that I had to stop and pause. But for this one, for some reason, this one right here, y'all, it knocked me on my keister. It made me pause for real, and really have to take perspective. It was so pivotal for me. Some people might say it was an accumulation bound to happen. When a diamond, when there's coal and it's placed under pressure, or when pipes, right, placed under pressure, and some things, that pressure can cause the pipe to burst, but that same pressure can cause a coal to turn into a diamond. Which one was I going to choose? I had to pause to get perspective. So I'm imploring you all for the first P, y'all. So there's 6 P's, 6P framework that I did in order to move from devastation to transformation. And the first P is perspective. So that is our fast break at 8. So for those of you who tuned in later, I talked about how each day we're going to go through a different P in the framework. And on Friday, we're going to go through the 2 Ps, because obviously I go Monday through Friday, right? So if there's 6 Ps, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, we're going to cover 2 on Friday. So make sure you're here each and every night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, for our fast break at 8. It's going to be a little bit less fast, right? But it's still going to. So I'll give you the piece of what it is, and then I'm going to expound upon it. So that's going to take us past our 2 minutes or less, right? It's going to take us past our 5 minutes or less. It's even going to take us past our, we had our 10 minutes. It's going to take us past our 10 minutes, possibly, like it did today. But I want you to hang in with me, because trust me, it'll be worth it. If you ever find yourself staring in the face of disaster, staring in the face of devastation, I want you to be able to move past devastation to transformation. And this is what I did. It's not about woo woo. Look at Michelle. Look what she did. No, it's for you to be able to take that and translate it into whatever it is that's impactful in your life that you may find as big, tall, small, and all, devastation, disaster, disappointment. So now you can translate that into your transformation. All right. So let's get into some announcements. So that is my story. I'm sticking to it, you guys. That is our fast break at 8 for today. And that is moving from devastation to transformation and going through the 6 P's, the 6 P's of how I did it. So now, if you want to say to yourself, you know what, Michelle, I love what I'm hearing. I want more. I want to find out about the Lift Nation Synergy community, of how I can network with other positive professional women. Get this many mindset trainings that you do each and every time that you meet with your ladies in this private elite community. If you say to yourself, I want more, I have more for you. We meet once a month for our Synergy community. How can you be a part of that? Well, on the weeks that we don't meet, I have Lift Nation Freedom at 1, where I talk about how. So let me get this up here real quick. So that's going to be this Saturday, y'all. So this Saturday, we're going to meet Lift Nation Freedom at 1, where I'm going to talk about how Lift Nation is going to go to work for you. And we do that inside of our Synergy community. So we talk about the Synergy community in our Lift Nation Freedom at 1. So you get a chance to get a little taste of what we do once a month with my elite community. So this is going to show how Lift Nation is going to go to work for you. And then we'll have a networking component afterwards. We'll get to break bread. So it's for 1 hour from 1 to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's why it's Lift Nation Freedom at 1. And how can you be a part of that? All you have to do is go to bit.ly. So that's bit.ly/Lift Nation Freedom at 1. And that's ONE, all lowercase. So bit.ly/Lift Nation Freedom at 1. That's all you have to do in order to be a part. And I'm sorry, no men allowed. This is for the ladies only. So professional ladies, you want more? You want to live life, live it more abundantly, live that freedom, have that freedom, living your best life, learn more about how to get that mental mindset, right? Mindsetting, so that way you can free yourself. Guess what? This is what we do. And we let our hair down, y'all. We put the fun back in fundamental. This is not a coaching program, y'all. This is not a coaching group. Yes, I have Lift Life Coaching Solutions. That's something separate. I can help you on that end. But this right here, this is for us to find freedom, networking, sisterhood, lift each other up spiritually, emotionally, physically, financially. We do that inside of the Synergy community. And how you learn about that is come to our Lift Nation Freedom at 1. That's this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And how you can get in the room, it's in the Zoom room, y'all. You don't have to show up anywhere. You show up for yourself. And going down in a virtual space, right? Zoom room, free to register, free to attend. Come on out if you are a professional woman. Sorry, no men allowed, right? So, all right, that's my story. I'm sticking to it, you all. So, yes, fast break at 8. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you all tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Carve out some time so that way you can get the 6P framework to move yourself from devastation to transformation. I love you all to life. Oh, I love saying that. I love you all to life just because you are. Just because you are. There's some more things that's going to be coming down the pipeline, y'all. And I'll give you a little bit more. Matter of fact, on Friday, we'll make an announcement. In addition to giving you all the last 2 P's of the 6P framework, we're also going to make a special announcement, y'all. So, all right, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I love you all to life just because you are. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you all tomorrow evening for our fast break at 8, where we give you all easy, simple strategies, mindset, life set changing information, usually in 2 minutes or less. We're going to go a little extended this week because I'm giving you all a framework for free. All right. I was going to say something, but I'm going to wait till tomorrow. So I love you all to life. I'll see you all tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here in the virtual space. In the meantime, between time, take care. My name is MicheleDClark. I am the mindset management coach for professional women with Lift Nation, where we empower you, the professional woman, to live inspired, free, and transform. Take care. God bless. I look forward to seeing each and every one of you all tomorrow evening for our fast break at 8.